च यत्रैव पशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभू कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञात्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति शिखरा यस्मात् आनन्दसाम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। वेदोदधिं समुन्मथ्य ज्ञानरत्नं समुद्रितं येन तस्मै वसिष्ठाय गुरुणां गुरवे नमः। वशिष्ठ भगवान की जय। सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय। शब्द ब्रह्म की जय। सरस्वती महारानी की जय। योग वशिष्ठ जी भगवान की जय। हरि ओम। योग वशिष्ठ निर्वाण प्रकरण पूर्वार्ध 107वां सर्ग। और इसमें हम सिखिध्वज चूड़ाला की कहानी, जिसमें सिखिध्वज समाधि से जगने के बाद कुंभ मुनि जो चूड़ाला थी वो उसके सिखिध्वज को परीक्षा ले रही थी कि ये मन की स्थिरता में पक्का है या नहीं। इसको संसार की जो इंद्रियों जनित सुख दुख से कोई मन की स्थिति विचलित होता है या नहीं, इसको देखने के लिए चूड़ाला बहुत कुछ दिखावटी नाटक करके उसके मन की परीक्षा ले रही। तो we are discussing the same continuing the Yoga Vasistha and the last part, Nirvana Prakarana, first half, and 107th chapter, wherein we are dealing with Chudala Sikhidhwa's story. And in that, when Sikhidhwa in the jungle, after mind was purified, and Chudala in the form of a heavenly monk appeared before Chudala, Sikhidhwaj. Sikhidhwaj the king accepted him as his guru, and by the advice of Guru, Sikhidhwaj entered into Samadhi, Nirvikal Samadhi, for a long time, and then when he comes down to the mental level, ordinary worldly parlance, so there Chudaram wanted to test his mind and see whether he is well established in that absolute equilibrium or not. So by the way, they were roaming about in different places, and our Chudala, in the form of daytime Kumbhamuni, nighttime Madanika, they who married to Sikhidhwaj king, they were playing some drama, as it were. Chudala was testing her husband, and by the way, Chudala, created by his her yogic power, the king of the heaven, Indra, came to Sikhidhwaj to invite him to the heaven for enjoying all those heavenly pleasures. But Sikhidhwaj was reluctant. Why to go there? Whatever bliss I am enjoying, that is more than the heavenly pleasures. I need not go anywhere, because I am wherever I am enjoying better pleasures than heaven. इंद्र ने कहा, हे साधो, जिन लोगों ने जानने योग्य तत्व जान लिया है और जिनकी बुद्धि परिपूर्ण हो गई है, वे भोग भोगें चाहे न भोगें, दोनों ही बराबर हैं। ऐसा होने पर भी विषय उपभोग सज्जनों ने अपने प्रारब्ध का क्षय करने के लिए किया ही है, और मैं भी उसे अच्छा ही मानता हूँ। So Indra also, the king of gods, he also agreed to the theories. Theories means a man of wisdom, equilibrium mind, a man of steady mind and one-pointed mind doesn't need anything, doesn't plan for anything, nor he has any objection if unwanted things come to him. In both the case, there is no liking, no disliking, so he remains quiet. Whatever comes by the way, he keeps quiet and enjoys it. So this is the state of the mind of the great people. They keep up balance. So Indra also repeated the same thing, O great saint. For you, there is no difference between hell and heaven. But yet, when something comes by its own to you, There is no need of objecting also. So I am inviting you in the heaven, so you may come without objection. What is there to object? All the pleasure and pain, they are both same for a mind of equanimity. यद्यपि इस तरह दूसरी बार इंद्र ने राजा से कहा, तथापि स्वर्ग जाने की इच्छा न रहने के कारण राजा सिखध्वज प्रत्युत्तर न देकर जब चुपचाप मौन ही रहे, तब पुनः सखेत देवराज ने कहा, राजन, यदि आप स्वर्ग के लिए निरपेक्ष ही हैं, तो मैं ही यहाँ से क्यों न चला जाऊँ, क्योंकि मेरे आने में जो प्रयोजन रहा उसकी सिद्धि तो आपसे हो ही नहीं रही है. So that Indra was Maya made, made by Chudala, by yogi power. It is just like some magic show. And then Indra said, yes, that is also okay if you don't say anything. I came for some purpose to invite you into the heaven, so that we will be proud of you. But if you don't like it, then why should I be here? Let me go to my heavenly abode. So, you are not fulfilling my desire, so let me go. उसके बाद जबकि राजा अपनी अर्थ स्वीकृति देकर कह रहे थे कि मैं आज से स्वर्ग नहीं जाऊंगा, परंतु फिर राज्य गद्दी पर बैठकर पहले की तरह आपके शत्रुओं को मारने के लिए स्वर्ग में आ जाऊंगा, तब हे राजन, आपको राज्य प्राप्ति रूप कल्याण शीघ्र हो, यो आशीर्वाद देते हुए देवराज इंद्र अंतर्हित हो गए. So Sikhidhar said, I shall come to heaven, but not now. Let me go and rule over my kingdom just as before. Everything should be continued, and it is nature's work. Let me rule over the kingdom, and when there will be domination of the enemies, at that time I shall fight with the enemies, and if need arises, I shall come to the heaven and fight against your enemies also. O Indra, I will fight against the demons and other enemies. So when need is there, I shall come, not now. In this way, Sikhidhwaj gave his opinion, and Indra disappeared after blessing the king Sikhidhwaj. देवराज इंद्र के अदृश्य हो जाने पर उनके साथ का दूसरा देव समूह भी ऐसे अदृश्य हो गए जैसे समुद्र में वायु के अदृश्य हो जाने पर व्याकुल हुए मगर फेन सर्प आदि से युक्त तरंग समूह दृश्य हो जाते हैं। So when the king of gods disappeared, the gods also disappeared at the same time, just as after a strong storm, when all these great tides and waves, they subside on the superficial water of the ocean, all of them disappear. Similarly, all these gods and the king of gods disappeared. Thus ended 107th chapter. 108th we shall see. क्रोध की परीक्षा करने के लिए माया से चुड़ैला का राजा को उपपति समागम दिखलाना तथा अंत में अपना असली रूप दिखलाना, यह वर्णन। Now end of the test, last test, whether the king gets annoyed or angry upon unwanted ugly situations around that Chudala wanted to test, and that we shall see in this chapter. And when Chudala created another drama where the king will be tested whether he has got anger or not, annoyance, irritation, all these. Chudala goes on testing him. And then Chudala opened out this secret, and there also the king was not astonished. Oh, all these were just magic show for me. You were the same my own wife, Chudala. He had no wonder. His mind was so calm and quiet in all conditions. Chudala showed his own form also. O king, I was only Chudala who was that your guru, your guru, Kumbhamuni, and that Madanika, and all these. I was only playing the drama to test you, O king. Now you are well established on the self, and that I had achieved long before. You didn't accept me as a man of wisdom. You just thought of me, your illiterate wife, knowing nothing. Even then, the king Siddhartha was not astonished, or he didn't have any imbalanced state of the mind, neither anger nor wonder, nothing. So this we shall see in this chapter. वशिष्ठ जी ने कहा, हे श्री राम जी, इंद्र के आने की माया का उपसंहार कर चुड़ैला विचारने लगी। सौभाग्य का विषय है कि यह भूमिपति विषय भोगों के लालसाओं से तो आकृष्ट तो हो ही नहीं रहा, नहीं हुआ है। चूड़ाला was so glad to know. Vasistha ji is explaining this to Rama. O Ram, when Chudala saw her husband, the king Sikhedwaj, was never bewildered in different situations. She was very glad. She thought, the king is not at all attracted by pleasures of heaven and other sense enjoyments. So it is a good thing. इंद्र के आने पर भी यह इस प्रकार शांत रहा और उसके सुख आदि अवयवों की स्थिति भी आकाश के सदृश से विशुद्ध रही. Chudala is thinking herself, oh, when I created this beautiful drama, our king was not bewildered when he saw Indra, the king of gods. उसके मुख आदि अवयवों की स्थिति भी आकाश के सदृश विशुद्ध रही. And by the coming of great king of gods, naturally one will feel proud, but there is no trace of pride or depression or fear. Nothing was seen in the face of the king. इसने इंद्र का अर्घ्य पाद्य आदि से पूजन भी किसी तरह की क्षोभ के बिना शिष्टों के जैसा उचित रूप से किया. When the king of gods come to you, naturally you have to respect him, because he is the celestial being and he is more powerful than human beings. So he should be admired, respected. Even if the Prime Minister or the President comes to your house, how do you feel? You will be puffed up with pride. Oh, the Chief Minister, the Prime Minister has come to me. That means you feel proud. But here, Sikhidwaj had nothing to feel. Whether he is Brahma's great grandfather or any Tom, Dick and Harry, that doesn't make any difference for the king. So this is a point of satisfaction for Chudala. अब मैं दूसरी बार भी इसकी राग द्वेष से भरे बुद्धि में क्षोभ पैदा कराने वाली किसी माया प्रपंच को रचकर आदर पूर्वक परीक्षा करती हूँ. देखें उत्तीर्ण होता है या नहीं. Let me test, have another test. Let me see whether he is passing the exam or not, coming out successful or not. इस प्रकार विचार कर वह रात्रि में चंद्रमा का उदय हो जाने पर कमनीय सती मदनिका के रूप में परिवर्तित हो गई। उस समय जबकि अरण्य में खिले फूलों से युक्त वृक्ष और लताओं की समृद्धि से परिपूर्ण, मधुर सुगंध से भरपूर मलय पर्वत की वायु बह रही थी। राजा शिखिध्वज भी संध्या काल में जप कर्म में तत्पर होकर भागीरथी के तट पर स्थित थे। तब सघन फूलों के गुच्छों से युक्त वन देवियों के अंतःपुर रूपी देवतरुओं के छोटे छोटे लता कुंज में उसने काम मद से युक्त होकर प्रवेश किया। कौन? चूड़ाला। वहाँ मालाओं से अलंकृत होकर वह मदनिका संकल्प से रचित पुष्प सज्जा पर माया से बनाए गए अपने अनुरूप युवा जार पुरुष को, जिसके की दाढ़ी मूंछ निकली नहीं थी, अतएव जो दाढ़ी मूंछ वाले शिखिध्वज की अपेक्षा अधिक सुंदर लगता था, जिससे लता कुंज में प्रवेश के पहले से ही उसने अपने गले लगाया था, लेकर लेट गई। Now Chudala has created another scene out of her yogic power. She created a beautiful young man, and it was getting dark. Sikhidhaj was sitting near the river bank, and he was engaged in his daily prayers, evening prayers and Sandhya Vandan, all the rituals at the time of evening. He was busy in that. Chudala created some magic. She came in the way to ashram from the river bank. In between, it was getting dark. Chudala created some beautiful bushes, and in those bushes she was lying with that beautiful young chap, and it was visible to the roadside, that track side, so that the king should see it. And how does he feel? Let us see. Most terrific test. How the king will feel. जप कर्म के अनंतर संध्या के स्थान कुंज से उठकर राजा ने मदनिका का अन्वेषण आरंभ किया। अन्वेषण करने पर उसने लता कुंज में मदनिका को और उसके भले गले में लगे सुंदर जार पुरुष को देखा। When the king came back from the river bank and reached the ashram, and he was looking for Madanika because it was dark. The Kumbhamani must have been Madanika. And where has she gone? When the king was searching for her, he saw Madanika was with a beautiful young man in the bushes. इस जार जुबा के कंधे मदनिका के केशों से और उसके अपने दीर्घ केशों से व्यतीत हो गए थे। उसका सारा शरीर चंदनों से अवलिप्त था। उसके माथे पर के केशभूषण सैया बार बार इधर के परिवर्तन एवं परस्पर के मर्दनों से अस्त व्यस्त हो गए थे। सुवर्ण के सदृश कांति वाले मोड़ने के कारण आकार में द्विगुण हुए मदनिका के भुजरूपी तकिए